the MPP had a major rally at the park here at Asin-Beku, while the NDC also had mini rallies.
Let's go.
Hello. Hello.
All right, I can hear you, Kingsley. Go ahead. Kingsley, can you move away from the guy who is advertising whatever is advertising, so we can hear a bit more?
As for the campaigns, they have ended, so we are not having any campaign today. But what it is that the MPP and NDC, they are all done with the campaigns that they are supposed to be doing. When you come to Asin-Beku, we have about 211 towns and communities. They are around the Asin-Beku, and within that, there are about 18 electoral areas. So that is what we will be looking at. As we speak today, what we are seeing is that there are many media houses around here who, of course, are gearing up for tomorrow's event. So basically, that is what is happening here at Asin-Beku.
I'm reading that the projected. Yes, Kingsley, can you hear me? Kingsley, can you hear me? Kingsley, can you move away from all the hubbub and the noise in your locality? There's some guy making some announcements there that I really do not want to hear, and our viewers also don't want to hear that, guys. So just move away. Kingsley will move away, and then he'll come back where we have a little bit more of some peace, and we'll just try and find out exactly what the mood is in Asin. But yeah, there were rallies to end everything. Today, of course, is a non-electoral day, so there's no action today. It's the calm before the storm. Saka, there's a lot of activity in Asin North. So they've got a brand new road, and the generosity is flowing in that part of the country. Is this all just coincidental?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kafi. Good morning to our cherished viewers. Let me take this opportunity to also say good morning to Charles Opoku, the candidate for the MPP in Asin North. Good morning. In no particular order, good morning to our president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and our presumptive flag bearer, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to discount all the other contestants?
I'm not discounting anybody.
But why are you calling it a presumptive flag bearer? The election hasn't been done.
No, but based on...
You're being partisan.
No.
In your own party?
No, I'm not being.
You are. You discounted 9 other people.
I've not discounted anybody.
No, but you have, Saka.
No.
Let's be honest.
Oh, how?
You cannot declare Mr. Dr. Bawumia as a presumptive flag bearer.
Oh, I'm describing. I'm not declaring. I'm describing.
You can't do that.
Why can't I?
There's no election.
But so?
Yes. But why you are your description says communication team, new patriotic party, not communication team, Dr.
So what did I say?
Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay, what did I say?
He's a presumptive candidate.
So
does that sit well with you?
Yeah, presumptive. Because if you look at what is on the ground.
Are you being fair to the other candidates?
Oh yeah, I'm being fair to them. I'm being fair to them. They with them, so they know. Let us not dwell on this innocuous point. I mean,
we brought you here as
please don't go there. Don't go there. I'm speaking for
already.
I'm speaking for the party.
You are in my house. I'm there. Speaking for the party, and so the party has declared him a.
But presumptive means he has been declared. Is that what you?
What does it mean?
Yeah,
what does presumptive mean?
It means that we are just going to the poll as a matter of course. But the real winner is already known. That's the meaning. So we are only going for affirmation. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
So
it's your choice.
Now that you have understood it,
sounds odd to me.
Now that you have
there's no election.
Now that you have understood it perfectly.
I haven't understood it.
Let's
yeah, so I saw some beautiful roads. They're going to show us the roads again.
Yes.
So this is it. Beautiful. Asin North is looking great.
Yeah. After greeting the people of Asin North, the president, the vice, and everybody, I think that tomorrow we are going to the election proper, the Asin North election proper. If you look at the development project that the MPP brought. Look at this road that we are watching currently. This is not something that started even a year ago. This is just to debunk the propaganda of the NDC and their ilks, who want to more or less imbibe in the people that, oh, MPP only come to your constituency when there is by-election.
When was this road constructed?
This construction started more than 3-4 years ago. About 84%. You see, we have about 150 projects in Asin North. About 84%, no, about 84 of them, out of the 150, 84 of them have been completed and commissioned. No constituency is a finished article. You cannot say that, oh, by the time there is a by-election in a constituency, then it means that every development of that constituency would have come to an end.
Similar things happen in Kumawu.
Yeah, I mean, as we are speaking, there's still work in Kumawu. As we are speaking, there's still work in every constituency, irrespective of whether or not there is a by-election or there's a by-election. And in Asin North, I think that if the people are going to take development as the yardstick to vote, there's no way that anybody in Asin North will vote against the MPP.
Okay.
And it will be a foul injustice on the part of the people of Asin North if they look into the eyes of the MPP and reject the MPP or Charles Opoku. Because look, apart from all the things that
it's like you're saying they dare not reject the roads, right?
Not only road, we are talking about Agenda 111 project that is there, almost 70% complete.
Like a hospital?
Yeah, the hospital.
They're building a hospital?
Yeah, hospital and district hospitals, school blocks. We have seen the AstroTest, we have seen road infrastructure, we have seen massive development within the constituency.
All right.
And apart from that, the candidate himself, you know, the candidate himself has hail from the area. He has been a philanthropist. He has a foundation that is a Akusia Baku Foundation. The foundation has done tremendously well. If you go there, you see the kind of work that the foundation did, including hostel facilities that he gives to students.
All right. So based on this, you think that
giving the poor and the needy,
all right,
helping them.
I need to bring Adele in.
Okay,
so
bring Adele.
You've made.
So I will see what we are going to see what the NDC.
You made the case. No, I'm going to ask him the questions. But before Adele comes in, I just want to wrap up that report my colleague Kingsley had from Central Region. Hopefully, he's in a quieter place this time. Kingsley, take it away. Report for me what's going on in Asin North today.
Because they will hear.
All right, Kingsley, go ahead. You're live. Kingsley Nanabwe, did you hear us?
All right. Like I was saying, it's about 10 after 8 here at Asin Beku, and I must say the good people of Asin Beku are doing so well. Of course, they are going about their normal activities here. Our business as usual are doing their own thing, and that is what it is.
The network is failing him.
You guys should have worked on the network.
No, about this, yeah, I think that this one is a natural.
It's a natural one. It's a project too.
Oh, no,
don't they deserve a good network?
No, I mean everybody knows that when it comes to network, that one sometimes when the weather is not good. That even explain the reason. Even airplane.
But you build the road.
Airplane sometimes when they are on the air, they have to land.
Okay, all right.
Because of the.
All right. Okay, let me come to Adele. Adele,
so this weather matter.
So Saka is basically saying that it will be a foul injustice, his words, if the people of Asin North fail to bring in their candidate to represent the constituency. You are going with a candidate who, according to the president, is on the same path as one Sakande in the past. So he's on the same path as Dramani Sakande, who had issues with the law and representing his people. But you are determined to win this by-election with the candidate who was taken out of parliament a couple of weeks ago by the laws of the land. What's the mood of the NDC going into this election? Less than 24 hours to vote.
It's quite interesting, you know. So when you're dealing with our brothers, the MPP, don't for a minute think that you're dealing with beings of logical reasoning. People that basically...
Is it not insult?
No, how is that insult? When I say logical reasoning, I mean, you've been to school, I've been to school, you know what it means.
So we don't
Can I basically just have my point? When you're dealing with them, don't for a minute think that you're dealing with people that utilize logical reasoning.
Wow.
And I have reasons for saying these words I'm saying to you this morning, and I'll tell you why. See, to hear the president even talk about the fact that Abusa Kande is similar to this is mind-boggling. Like, Saka says that, it's fine. I can understand that. You know, he's on a platform, he has to say something, it's fine. But the president, totally unacceptable. This is a lawyer. A lawyer, 40 years, right? Or probably more. Let's put the two situations together, Kafui. Abusa Kande had 3 passports. He had a British passport. He had Burkinabe passport. He had a Ghanaian passport. All 3 passports were in possession of him while he was still in Parliament. In his Burkinabe passport, he says he's a Burkinabe. In his British passport, he says he's Burkinabe. In his Ghanaian passport, he says he was born up north. 3 passports, all at the same time. And while he was in Parliament. How do you compare this to somebody who renounced his passport before he went to Parliament?
These are the president's comments. Quote, that Ghanaians easily forget, and that is why he said that, he referring to John Mahama. What happened to Adamu Dramani Sakande during his presidency, he seems to have forgotten. It is the exact same thing that has befallen Kwesi. Was it politics that led to Sakande's jailing during his presidency? Why is he relating it to that now? Let us be truthful. We should be truthful. People should stop lying to people in the villages. End quote. Those are the president's words.
That's what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous. Look, I have heard people, even Saka, and I have sat on platforms, he has raised the same issue, we've discussed it, on Weekly Review. It is unacceptable. If Saka says this, I can tolerate that. But for the president to say that, it's ridiculous. But it's fine. But you see, one of the things that you need to start looking at is this. They have this voice they are playing for the past 2 days, purporting to have come from Jachi Kwesi's daughter, insulting the NDC and everything. This is how they play. They don't play by the books, no. They don't have a message. I've listened to them. I've listened to the president. They don't have a message. Let us all go to Asenot tomorrow. We will go through these elections tomorrow. If Allah wills, we are winning these elections tomorrow. I keep saying, in the 2020 elections, yes, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, the MPP presidential candidate Nana Addo, won in Asen North. But Jachi Kwesi, his votes was beyond what Nana Addo had. You think what? Charles Opoku, Nana Addo, the president himself, had less than what Jachi Kwesi got. Charles Opoku. No, we're going for these elections. The people can read between the lines. Fertilizers, listen. We had fertilizers we were given to the people, to the farmers, for free. Not for sale. Kafui, not for sale. As we speak today, their current chairman, together with a few people, were carrying these fertilizers and they are sharing in Asen North. Not for sale for fertilizers. Fertilizers we are not supposed to be for sale. Things that have been packed for all these years, today you're selling them. You're giving it to them for free because of elections. So let them do what they want to do. We are campaigning. Our people have been there. In fact, the reason why today I was late this morning was because there are a lot of people who have left. Nobody's around. Some of us has to just stay behind and see to what it is that we can do. So they can do their campaign. They can do whatever they want to say. The president can do whatever he wants to say. We are hopeful. We believe that the people of Asen North would give this mandate back to Jachi Kwesi. And all of this is not because of anything. They want to drop us to 136. That's basically it. I just have a wish. They just want that extra seat.
The presentation in Parliament.
They just want that. You know, and so the whole thing started, right? You remember this whole issue started with the issues of the e-levy. That was when they actually rushed him to court. And then when they sent him to court, the judges indicated that, you know, his name should be moved out. And then his name was moved out. And then they passed the e-levy. So we're saying it's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. We're going for these elections. Kafui, I strongly believe that we would win these elections tomorrow. Benefson earlier on said that the NPP was going to win. This morning I saw another statement which said that it is too close to call. We wait. We wait.
Yeah,
Saka.
A couple of responses to what you're saying.
a couple of responses. I will start from the minor ones to the major one. He says there is a fertilizer that they wrote not for sale. And then we took it to Asinoff and gave it free. Is that what you're saying? I'm asking you, Adele. You said there's a fertilizer. I mean, the fertilizer they wrote not for sale. And that we are sharing that fertilizer in Asinoff.
Yes, you're sharing them.
Free or selling?
But you were selling before.
I'm asking you.
You were selling before.
He said that we are
when you
giving
came
it
to
free.
power, you were selling before.
Not for sale. And they are giving it, they are not selling it. And then you said that is an issue.
When you're done, don't worry. It's fine.
The thing is not for sale.
Okay.
And you said, oh, they have taken it to the Asinoff. And they are not selling it.
Okay, don't worry.
What is your point there?
Is fertilizer being distributed though?
No, I'm just using his words.
Okay.
There is no any iota of truth in what he's saying.
Okay.
But I'm saying that granted that if that is even the case, you are saying that the fertilizer is not for sale. And indeed, we took it there, we are not selling. So what is your beef then? Secondly, he said we don't have message. Look at the kettle calling the pot black. MPP not having message. When I've told you, I can rattle the development infrastructure that the MPP have given the people of Asinoff. That alone is a message. We can even dwell on the achievement of the candidate himself, Charles Opoku, the kind of work that he's doing there. That alone can give us a message. We are not the NDC, who are clueless, do not have any message. The only message they have is for John Dramani and Mr. Dramani Mahama to go there and say that, hey, when you vote for him, I'll give him ministerial position. That is not a message. Because even you, John Dramani Mahama, will not be given the mandate in the first place. Adele went to the extent of saying that Nana Addo is a lawyer and that he is comparing Adamu Sekendi case to that of Jesse Question. I don't begrudge him. I don't begrudge Adele. And then some of the NDC people who told him that the two cases are not the same. I wonder where the NDC people normally meet, where they meet. Because I know there are a lot of lawyers, who are very good in their field. But because of propaganda, when they meet, they don't talk about the law. They only imbibe in their young ones propaganda. And then when they come and sit here with us, they want to perpetuate that. And that is the reason why they have always failed at the Supreme Court or any other court in Ghana. A matter between NPP and NDC in a court of law, the NDC always come as the vanquish. Just because they believe in propaganda and not the law. If you look at the Adamu Sekendi case and that of Jesse Question, there is no difference. The facts of the cases are different. But listen, no, I'm talking law now. The facts of the cases.
Are you a lawyer?
No.
So why are you talking?
I'm a student of law.
Well, you're not a lawyer.
Yeah, so I didn't say I'm a lawyer. I said that
you're talking law.
Yes, student of law talks law.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying that if you look at the cases, the two cases, the facts are different, but the ratio is the same.
What ratio?
Yeah. We have ratio standard.
Are you speaking as law now? Because I know ratio belongs to maths.
Oh no. The ratio is like the real points of the case.
They are the same.
The real principle that you can get from the case.
They are the same.
Is the same.
What are those real principles?
You see, the principle in Jesse Question and that of Adamu Sekendi is that both of them lied under oath. Both of them lied at the time that they were presenting themselves to the Electoral Commission. Because if you look at the declaration form, Adamu Sekendi and that of Jesse Question, they both lied.
They were not Ghanaians at the time.
At the time that they filed, both of them had allegiance to other countries, some other countries other than Ghana. That is the fact. If you have today, if I decide to go to Burkina Faso, walking with a visa, nobody will come and catch me. If the Burkina authority decide that, Charlie, because we like you, come and take some special visa. It doesn't matter.
insofar as that does not flout the laws of Ghana
Okay.
at that time. But if I decide that when I'm doing a declaration, the declaration say that I, Jesse Question A, B, C, D, do hereby declare that I do not owe any allegiance to any other country except Ghana. When at that time, he was having allegiance with Canada because he had not received his renunciation certificate. And once you have not received your renunciation certificate, you were still regarded as a citizen of Canada.
Point taken.
And the same with
Dramani Sekandi.
Dramani Sekandi.
Okay.
Dramani Sekandi hid his and declared falsely
That he was a Ghanaian.
that he did not owe allegiance to any other country.
Okay.
When indeed he owed allegiance.
I think
Those are the facts.
I think you've made your
So when your
point.
people come and tell you
You've made your
that
point
the
quite-
facts are different, the facts are different.
You've made your point.
But the
quite-
ratio is the same.
All right. You've made your point quite eloquently. I want to bring in Adele. Adele, so this is the president, again, speaking at the final rally. He is stressing that the constituency needs someone from the ruling party and not a lawmaker who could potentially be in jail or who would be frequenting the courts during his tenure. These are the president's words. Don't elect someone who will be frequenting the courts, appeal, Supreme, high courts. That is not what you need. I came to appeal to you to elect a lawmaker who can join government to continue the work government is executing in Asin North, end quote. He makes a good point, doesn't he? Your man is still in court.
Kafui,
Even if he wins, he will be going to court.
Kafui.
And there's a possibility that he may lose or win.
Or win.
Yes.
Right?
So you are prepared to take that risk.
Yeah, we're taking that risk.
Why?
Why? Because we believe in him. And we know and we believe that God willing we shall win the case. Kafui, let me bring you. Before I even go into the issues of that, I'll come to that. He talks about the fertilizers. When you came to power, were you not selling the fertilizers? I'm asking you.
What do you
No, I'm asking you.
we never sold any fertilizer.
Oh, okay, good. So I'll give you the article.
The
Then
only
you can
fertilizer.
I'm coming.
Listen,
Look, Saka, you
wait,
said you haven't sold.
no, you asked me a question.
Okay,
Let
now
me-
say
let
it.
me-
So say it.
Uh-huh.
Say it.
Uh-huh. When people were in power,
Yes.
there was a fertilizer
Not for sale.
that you wrote not for sale,
Uh-huh.
but it was always for sale. And then when we came, we said that, this fertilizer, let's not go there because whether or not you say not for sale, people will still sell it. So what we should do is that we should, through the planting for food and jobs, we make it half. The people will take half, and then the government will take half.
Okay,
That
can
is
I,
what is
can I,
done.
can I have my
So
phone?
that is the
Can
for
I-
sale
I'm
that he's
coming,
talking about.
I'm coming.
But
I'm
then you were
coming.
selling
I'm
it.
coming. So you're
Yeah,
selling it.
half
You-
the price.
You were selling.
Half the price.
We
These
were
people-
not-
These
my
people
argument-
wrote that they are not selling. Meanwhile, they were
Oh,
selling
Saka.
and importing and sending it through their party chairman to Burkina Faso and other places. In order to discourage them from doing so, we said that, okay, let's do it half.
No, but if it's not for sale, it means it's free. So where's the
Yes.
half coming? Half of free?
No. If it's not for sale, it means it's free. But the NDC, the people who should get it free were not getting it.
They were
So they were not getting it. It was just in the name that they are getting it. That it was for free. Meanwhile, it
But
was
were
not.
they
free.
getting it?
No, the people were not getting it. They do not have
Proof.
They do not have proof to show that.
Or
It
they were not getting the fertilizer at
the
all.
people were not
tells
getting
you?
the fertilizer.
Oh, I'm coming.
So
and,
they
and,
gave
and
the-
then when you guys came to power, you gave them the
when
fertilizer.
we came to power, in order to discourage people from using the fertilizer
Can you
and
imagine?
selling it,
Can you imagine?
we said that the government will have to put 50% on it.
But it was not for sale.
I am saying it's a policy of government. The first policy was that it was not going to be.
So you changed it.
So the policy was changed. That it should be 50%. The government was going to do 50% rebates
Okay.
of its.
But did you
know-
change the packaging? Because the packaging says not for sale.
No, what I'm saying is that they had finished. They had finished with what was written not for sale.
That's a lie.
They have finished it. They
That's
had-
a lie.
They had sold it to themselves, and there is a record of the MPP government arresting, even under the NDC, arresting some of their chairmen in the borders of Burkina Faso,
Selling fertilizer.
Ghana, selling what was written on it not for sale,
Also fertilizer.
and then.
Was it fertilizer?
Yeah, fertilizer. So in order to dissuade people from doing so, we decided to bring a different policy that the farmers will take 50%, the government will take 50%, so that people will not get the opportunity to do so anymore.
All right. So, but that's a side issue.
Let
Bottom
me-
line. So you said you were saying that you are willing to take the risk to present a candidate who is going to court, if you're on the day of election. Will he be in as in not tomorrow?
He'll win us not tomorrow.
Okay.
Kafi,
And then
listen.
if there's a court date after you go.
We'll go. Kafi, listen. He says we're discussing law. You and I know that in discussing crime, mensura, which is what we would call intentions, matter. You cannot discuss any criminal case without intentions. What are intentions? They would want to find out if Saka or I decided to walk into Saka's house and stab him with a knife. They want to know why. What happened? What were the reasons? Did I intend to? Did you know that if I came into the room and I met Saka doing something untoward and I attacked him there and then, when you go to court, in discussing intentions is different. When I walk out of that room and I go get a knife and I come back and I attack him, after I've had some time to think, there's a different case to it.
What was Kwesi's intention?
His intentions were clear. As far back as 19th of December,
Being
2019, to renounce his citizenship to Canada. As far back as 2019, even before 2020. Any reasonable person should think about this. I want to contest. A year before the elections, I say, this is my passport. These are my documentations. I am not interested in being a citizen of your country. What is left for you to do is to take my documentations, process me, and give me a final certification. That's what he did. Did he get the certification before elections? Yes, he did. 26th of what? Of November. 10 clear days before the national elections. Why? Article 94 is telling you that a person will not be qualified to be a member of parliament, not a parliamentary candidate, member of parliament, before you're sworn in. Because you have to be a member of parliament in order for you to be sworn in, for you to become a member of parliament officially. So if Article 94 is telling you that a person will not qualify to be a member of parliament if he owes allegiance to somebody, not a parliamentary candidate, a member of parliament. And the man was a member of parliament, but he had his certification 10 days before, and he was sworn in. At the time of swearing in, that is when you're taking your final oath. That is when you're taking your final oath. I shall defend, I shall. So we're saying, you can say whatever you want. You can play with whatever games you have. We will go to court. He's our best candidate. I'm saying that if Nana Addo himself could not get as much votes as Gyakye Quayson did, Charles Opoku, Bajwenka.
No, careful.
Yes.
He talked about intention.
Yes.
You see, intention is not brought anyhow when we are talking about the law.
Are you also speaking?
At what time?
Are you speaking as a student of law?
Yes. At what time are we going to take your intention into consideration?
All right.
When you were doing the declaration to the Electoral Commission, your intention was to lie to the Electoral Commission.
How do you know?
No, because you did not have the certificate of renunciation, but you lied that you have it.
Is this case not in court?
No, the civil one is no more in court.
But there's a case in court right
No,
now.
but we are not discussing that one. Okay. I'm saying that at the time that he declared to the Electoral Commission and the oath, he said that he did not have allegiance to any other country.
Do you think the people of Asina North are seized with knowledge of all these minute?
And that is the reason why the NDC is going around lying and trying to pollute their minds with these lies. Because look,
will it disappoint you if your candidate loses tomorrow?
Like I told you, that would be foul injustice. It means
Foul
that
injustice.
yes, it means that it does not pay. Hard work does not pay.
What is the hard work?
Hard work of the love for my people, and doing all I can to ensure that they are comfortable. Their circumstances are different.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Kwesi can also make such arguments.
No, because he has been given. Look, he has been in Parliament. At least he has been in Parliament for some time, and in all the time that he has been in Parliament, he has not shown an iota of development potential in him.
But is he not a lawmaker?
He was. Even at the time that you see, let me debunk some of the things that he said here before I even forget. He said that at the time that Gyakye Quayson was sworn in, he had renounced the certificate. He had gotten the certificate.
Intention.
So I am saying that you see, I am saying that at that time, you cannot say, Parliament, wait for me, my processes haven't yet finished. Or maybe the speaker will swear in some people, and then you will wait for the next day because your documents are now coming.
No, but
Parliament, the institutions do not have time for you. At the time of you filing,
should be ready.
the electoral commission cannot say that, oh, let's wait for a justification to come, because no, it's absurd for the NDC to embark in this. You know, the Supreme Court is not like the NDC. The Supreme Court, these are a group of lawyers who have gone through the law profession, the bar, and have been assembled as the cream de la cream of Ghana judiciary.
Well, they don't make mistakes.
And when they take such decision, you cannot come here with your mundane explanation that, oh, Article 94 says that at the time of swearing in, there's a process that you get there.
Okay.
You don't just get up and go and say, swear me in. When you started to get to the time of swearing in, you should have had your certificate, or you should not have had any encumbrance whatsoever.
Let's draw a line under this conversation, but I just want you to give me your final thoughts. So what will win this election for the New Patriotic Party and your candidate, who is Mr. Charles, is it Opong? Yeah, Opoku. What will win it for him, briefly?
Yeah, I mean, like we said, what will win it is the government itself, because this is a government in power, that the very moment they vote for him, he is going to join the majority, and the development continues unabated. Secondly, he has been with the people all his life. He has worked with them. He has.
Was he the candidate in the 2020 election?
No, he was. It was a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, he has been.
First time.
This is first time.
Okay.
He has been with the people, and he has worked tirelessly. Unlike the NDC.
No, you talk about him.
No. I'm talking about.
I want them to also make their points.
You
tell us why
it's
you think
about
your
two
candidates
people.
win.
It's about.
Tell me why your candidate will win.
So our candidate will win because he is competing with people who do not have the constituency at heart.
Okay.
And those ones include Jesse Question, who had left the people, sojourned to Canada for 45 good years. He was there. He never thought anything good about the people. And when he came in 2012 to contest, and they told him to renounce his certificate, his Canadian citizenship, he refused. In 2016, he refused. In 2020, he refused and went and lied before, before oath. And that is the reason why he's in court today.
Okay.
Therefore, Charles Opoku is the obvious and the ultimate winner of tomorrow's election.
Well, tomorrow will tell. Adele, why should your members, people in the people of Asin North, make a choice for Mr. Gyekye Quayson? What's the message?
We want you to come back to Ghana. We're starting something that is called the Year of Returns. We would want the people out there to come back home and invest in their country. Come back home and support your country. Ain't that Nanado? Was that not the president? You want people to come back from the diaspora, come home, support their country, work in their country. Yet, Gyekye has abandoned his people. Why? Please. The president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, yes. How many of his children don't go out there? How many?
But they are here.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you that if you please listen. Okay, no problem. Granted.
Yes.
These are the same countries you run to for money.
Yes,
So
they can become MPs.
So Captain, I'm bringing you. He should stop entering. Oh, Saka, I'm here when you're talking.
Adele,
Kafi, listen.
Why should they vote for the NDC?
I'm saying that the man has gone out there. He's lived his entire life out there. He has decided to come back home to support his family. Even when he was back then, the man was supporting this place. Did you know that his father was the one that started all this work as a commissioner, even under Nkrumah?
It is not true.
That their home has been open to people. He supported a lot of families in Asin North. I am telling you that the votes the man had in 2020 is indicative of the fact that the people love him. Why? He was a criminal to pick him up? No. You had a candidate before. You had a sitting MP, Abna Koko. She had 14, he had 17, 3,000 clear difference. He had more votes than your president had.
And our president had more votes than your president had.
No problem.
So what's the problem?
No, we're talking
president to president.
We are discussing.
The president was not contesting with the MP.
He's talking about his message now.
What is your problem?
Jumping like
it's a flawed message.
The
president was not contesting in parliament.
Saka,
he was contesting with his, there are two different leagues.
Adele.
I am telling you that aside Jachi Kwesi taking 3,000 votes from your parliamentary candidate, he also had more votes than your president had. That's what I'm saying.
Taking them back.
No, it's no problem. So that's why the grounds are open.
Yes.
We are all there. We are campaigning. We are in the waters. We are in the rivers. We're all campaigning.
All right.
You can do the fertilizers. You can do everything else. The people have read between the lines. Ain't it even amazing? Listen, somebody has fertilizer. It's supposed to be for free. The people are not getting the fertilizer for free. So you say, oh, give me the mandate. When I come, I'll see to it. You come, you have the power to make sure that the people get it for free. Then you say, oh, instead of giving it for free, my only solution is to make it half. This is you. Let's proceed.
I'm
just kidding. No, we are done with Asin.
Let me just mention this. He says that
are you going to
he says that Nanado was calling on the people in the diaspora to come home. But you see, coming home doesn't mean that you should come and flout the laws. The laws of this country says that if you look at the Citizenship Act at 591, it says that you can be anything as a foreigner, as a Ghanaian who has a citizen, who has a dual citizen, but you cannot be a chief justice of the Supreme Court. You cannot be ambassador of High Commission, secretary to cabinet, chief of defense staff, inspector general, commissioner of custom, director of immigration, commissioner of value-added tax, director general, chief fire service, minister, and all those things. So it does not mean that if I'm asking Ghanaians abroad to come home and help, they should come and become MPs and flout the laws of this country. Please. Try and let your people know that you can do propaganda, but you see, you cannot do propaganda when the law is not on your side.
So why is he contesting today?
He has eventually renounced. Yes.
So let's go forward.
But at the time that he contested in 2020, he has not properly renounced.
Let's do the elections tomorrow.
So we will find out tomorrow. By this time, they'll be heavily voting. I don't know what are gentlemen going to.
No, we will be here.
We have to be here.
There are enough people there. My director of communication, almost everybody is there. So some of us will have to be here today, like we are sitting here to talk about it.
All right, okay.
We cannot abandon you people.
No, you can't. Hashtag GTV Breakfast. I'm here with Saka Salia and Adele Umar, representing the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, respectively. Asin North is dominating the headlines, so we're not surprised that we spent that much time on that story. Daily Graphic leads with pictures of the two front runners. Are they the only two people who are running in this by-election, or you have other parties?
I think there's a third person.
But either of these, in your words, is the presumptive winner.
I mean,
in your words.
No, she didn't like the dispatch said this is close to call. So there is close to call, and I believe in him. That's Ben Efson. I believe in him. Okay. So this one is not like the MPP primaries where there is a clear one-horse race.
This is a two-horse.
Yeah, this is a two-horse race.
Okay. To be honest, either of them is presumptive.
Either of them can win. But Charles Opoku is ahead.
Is he the presumptive winner this time?
Oh well, I mean, I pray that he wins. I pray that because he has the people attached, because he has been with them.
But the people have to vote
for him. This man ran away to Canada.
The people have to vote for him.
And his daughter is even calling the people. His daughter is even calling the people villages.
He didn't even have votes.
Is it proven that tape that is going around? I didn't want to talk about, but since you
brought it.
Is it proven that it is the man's daughter?
Yeah.
By who? Who proved it?
Oh, we prove it.
Who is we?
Ghanaians are proving that is the man's daughter.
This is how.
And he's calling the people villages and said that the people do not. And he said the people do not have anything to offer.
We haven't heard anything, so please don't.
You don't want to hear, but you heard it.
But you said that it has been proven.
Yes.
By who?
Because there are people who know. Listen, there are people who know.
By who?
There are people who know the daughter. There are people who know her voice. Oh, I'm saying Ghanaians have eventually approved.
Which Ghanaian?
Yeah.
Ghanaian?
We know the daughter.
Who? You
people know the daughter. And they have come to that conclusion. Indeed, that is the voice. And the father himself are not denying that.
So Daily Graphic says, battle for supremacy, Akufo-Addo, Mahama storm Asin North. More headlines. Baumia cuts off for construction of Ability Village. 3 Dabuasi students drown after swimming. Pretty sad story there. President joins world leaders at financial summits on page 20. Back page. Nervy start for Nitias in under 23 AFCON. Beat Congo in a 3-2 thriller. That was a game that had us on tenterhooks. 3-0 up at 90 minutes, and then by 90 minutes plus 3, were 3-2 up. We managed to allow the people to score 2 goals, but the game ended with a victory for the Black Meteors. The finder, Opoku will serve better. Nana Addo rally support for MPP candidate. Dr. Bawumia commissions 31.2 kilometer Asin Fosu Road. Brand new spanking, fresh. YEA graduates, 500 prisons office assistants. Okay. All right. 9 file as MPP closes nomination for flag bearership race. So 9. And by the way, if you're wondering who the 9 are, they are Mr. Kennedy Ajapong, MP for Asin Central, Mr. Kobna J. Ajapong, former General Secretary of the MPP, Mr. Kojo Poku, an energy expert, Mr. Alan Chamating, a former Trade Minister, and Vice President Bawumia. The others include Mr. Owusu-Afriyie, a former Food and Agriculture Minister, Dr. Owusu-Afriyie, I beg your pardon, Mr. Boachi Ejako, a former Energy Minister, Mr. Edward Adai Nimo, former MP for Asante Mampong, and Dr. Kofi Kunedu, Aproko, an economist. And then Mr. Joe Garte, former Minister for Railways and a member of Parliament for Escado Ketan, was the last to submit his form on Saturday, giving a rousing welcome. And so the dates that you need to be aware of are August 26th for the special elections and November 4 for the national conference to elect a flag bearer for the 2024 election. So the special election is to cut the number down to 5, right?
Yeah.
You don't want the multiple numbers again.
No, I mean, after 2007, when we had the 17 people,
yeah.
We came and said that anytime the number is more than 5,
okay,
there has to be a special delegate conference to reduce it to 5.
Okay.
So that the 5 will go into the real primary.
Okay.
That will be on the 4th of November.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right, great. So those are the headlines in the news. Bagbin directs Business Committee to table anti-LGBTQ bill. And that's another story right there. Kodio is going to be at the Asin North tomorrow, monitoring the election. So interesting.
What happened in Kumawu happened in Asin North?
Watch the watching.
All right. Okay.
What happened in Kumawu? What happened?
All right, gentlemen. We'll be dashing off pretty soon.
Right.
But we recently launched a short code for the TV license.
Okay.
Yes. I had a conversation with the Director General of the GBC, Professor Amin Al Hassan. And these are some things that came out of that conversation. I'll come back and ask you whether you've paid your TV license. So this is the conversation I had with the GBC.
Yeah,
check it out on
TV
license.
License. Not because you watch GTV. The name is a misnomer. Let us be very clear. The actual name of the license, TV license, is public media tax.
Public media tax.
So some countries have since changed it to reflect what it's supposed to do. When the British were discussing how to fund public service broadcasting, the most important piece of media technology was TV. So they called it TV license and passed the law.
Even in our law, the GBC Act 1968, it's radio and TV receiving set license.
Because in 1968, the most important media technology in Ghana was TV. I think in Zimbabwe, it is radio license. The tax includes radio license.
Yeah.
Now, what is actually happening is this. The idea was to find a way to generate revenue similar to how you have to pay street light tax on your lights bill.
For street lights. Yeah.
Whether you have street lights in your neighborhood
or not.
In fact, if in your village you don't have street lights,
you are still paying.
You are still paying. So it is not because you have street lights that you are paying the street light tax on your bill. You pay the bill as part of your obligation to ensure that the utility service provider is able to let street lights feed on the national grid. In the case of broadcasting, the idea is very simple. How do we, in Accra, Kumasi, Tema, Tamale, Takoradi, who are lucky to be in cities, how do we ensure that our compatriots who are located in remote parts of the country, who must necessarily live there and do what they can do, maybe farming, whatever the business they do, how can we be sure that they are part of us so that we have common identity? So even though we might not, in Accra, we might not need any GBC to give us some signals because we have other channels, there are certain parts of the country where it is either GBC channels or nothing at all, yet they are Ghanaians. And if you think funding that aspect of our national life is not important, wait until conflict starts in these areas. And I can tell you one thing that you can check, Kafui. Most areas where there is ethnic conflict that is difficult to bring down, check the media systems in these areas. Anywhere you have radio and television, it's difficult for conflict to break out based on ethnicity or tribe. Partly because these are the channels they have to sit and vent out and share their ideas. So most of the conflicts that we have to deal with in this country that are very difficult to handle tend to happen in areas there where the media systems are poor. And that is why public service broadcasters were created to ensure that in remote areas, in areas that are not likely to be in cities, we deliberately use part of the public media tax. In Ghana, it's called TV license.
Explaining why it is really important for us to pay the TV license so that we can get funding to fulfill our mandate, you know. And remember, if you won't remember anything at all, remember the cost of satellite transmission to show parades, to show vetting of ministers, to show two election petitions. It's $5 a minute, okay? $5 a minute. So in an hour, 5 times 60, 300. 10 hours, 3,000. 100 hours, $30,000. And we have to pay it. So this is the short code. We listen to our viewers and followers on social media, and they say, listen, give us a short code, we will pay. Okay, so
We'll pay.
If you give us a short code, we will pay. So we have given you the short code now. The short code is star 447 star 333 hash. And my guests, Adele and Saka, patriotic Ghanaians as they are putting it down. Star 447 star 333 hash. In case you're wondering whether they are not doing it, the camera will show them right now, putting it on their phones. Okay, you've done it there.
Yeah, we are doing it.
Yes. Give us a close up, my brother.
So I should,
show it to him.
Oh, look at it.
Star 447 star 333 hash. Yes, that's it.
Yes,
indeed.
So
yes. And then just
enter your name.
Enter. And then
enter.
Yeah, and just start the process. Yes,
so
and everything will come up. The USD will come back 4 or 5 steps, and you're through. Yeah. So that's it.
I'm basically almost done.
You're almost done.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
so
that is good. Yeah, so just go.
Make payments.
I went for 2 sets.
Okay.
Yeah. Greater
So
Accra.
one.
Okay.
Yes. If you have 1 set, it's 36 cities. If you have 2 sets, it's
2
60
sets.
cities.
So, okay, great.
Yes.
So more sets. Okay, so
So Adele is almost done.
I'm almost done.
Yes.
So 1 TV set.
Yes, it's 36 cities.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 1 TV set.
I have 1.
Yeah, you promise on your honor.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm waiting for, so I have MTNGH message
GBC
for
TV
using
license.
virtual
Enter your
POS.
name.
Okay, confirmation.
Yes,
2000.
yes.
So you enter your name.
Enter your name.
Password.
Enter your name. You are still Saka, right?
Yeah, I'm still Saka. I'm
done.
Please give us
I'm still Saka.
give us a focus on my man.
I'm not sure if he'll be able to capture
He
that.
will capture it. The cameras are
great.
quite strong.
Awesome.
Yes. Yes, so they'll catch it. They'll
So
get it.
pretty much,
You're done, right?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. What message did you get?
So I have
Greater
payment
Accra.
of 60 has been made successfully. Current balance, blah blah blah. Thanks for using virtual POS.
That's it. You've done. You're verified. Certified Ghanaian. All right, so that's it. Star 447 star 333 hash. Saka is going through. He's also going to be.
Kavli, I think everybody has to pay this,
Yes.
and I think that I think perhaps government would have to start looking at this a bit differently, because paying salaries alone is not enough. And if you look at the kind of facilities GTV have nationwide,
Big time.
GTV shouldn't be. It should be at the top.
Yeah.
It should be at the top. It's just amazing.
It'd be so.
And I'm surprised that Each of these cameras is actually $100,000.
It's a lot of money. There is it. You have successfully paid 56 CDs for one TV set in reference to Saka Salia.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My brother, you are verified.
But you see, the problem I have is that you see, it should not take moral suasion to do this.
Yeah.
Let's get some innovative way of ensuring that everybody pays.
Yes.
We'll
start with this one.
Because the things that GBC is doing in this country,
You love it.
we love it.
Thank you.
And
it
must continue.
We love you
If
too.
not because of what you are saying, I never knew that government doesn't, provide this infrastructure,
No, it's
these
salaries.
lenses and all those.
It's just salaries.
Me, I thought government was doing everything for you people.
No.
Therefore, if this is the case, I think that you can make a strong case for people to pay.
I hope you are declaring you a TV license ambassador.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I accept.
Adele, I know your heart already
I
won.
actually just got a message from GBC as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to pay 60 for 2
Yeah.
TV sets in reference, Adel, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so-
Wonderful. We're done.
Thank you. Didn't
Thank
they
you.
Awesome.
Share the word.
Yeah, thank
star
you.
447 star 333 hash.
It's actually going on
Thank
my
you
status
so much.
now.
It's going on your
Yeah.
status. Thank
Yeah.
you. We love that.
It is,
Coming
it
up
is,
next,
it
we have
is.
conversations on Africa's scientific renaissance, and then breakfast with Lali and Lola. My name is Kafui Day. Bajomiagbo, I've left you, but in good hands. Thelma and Valerie will take over. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.